Welcome back. As we continue to celebrate Women's Month, it's very important to shine a light on the remarkable females in the film industry who have created enriching and empowering content. One such series, The Girls' Trip, Moments to Melt Into, stands out as a powerful exploration of sisterhood and female friendships. We're now joined by content creator Bridget Mahlangu and YouTube comedy sensation and filmmaker Nelisiwe Mwase to tell us about this web series. Girls, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's an absolute pleasure. All right, before we get deeper into this conversation, let's talk about, The Girls' Trip.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Oh, The Girls' Trip is a wonderful campaign pioneered by #Moments to Melt Into, where we focus on everything womanhood, everything good, everything sisterhood, everything that makes women feel good about being women.
Sure.
And it's a 6-part web series flighted on the Nelisiwe Mwase YouTube page. And it's a journey where we've got 6 ladies and 7 with Bridget as the complicator of the whole story. And we basically check in, like, what's the friendship status? What's going on here? And the ladies are basically trying to put together a trip of a lifetime. And then we'll delve into those challenges of what makes it so difficult for us to step out of the WhatsApp group and actually make it to the vacation. Because even you, I'm sure with your boys, you have that experience.
Yeah, but of course.
But as with girls, everybody has that relatable experience of, see, go WhatsApp group together, but is it really going to happen? And we just delve into the challenges of what makes it so difficult to finally make it to the trip. And why does it start at 20 people and then we end up having 2 going? Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
And we've been having this conversation with my boys that we eventually had our, boys trip last year after 7 years of planning. We were literally there in spirit, but then when it actually came to the payment and the bookings, everybody just pulled out. So what makes it so difficult, Bridget, from your perspective?
From my perspective, what makes it so difficult is that maybe the budget is too high, or maybe it's just the dynamics is just too much, the drama is too much, and women have a lot going on in their lives, so the drama is just extra nonsense that they don't need. So most probably it's one of those things. But in I think that's just one of those main things that actually
just take us through how it felt like stepping into your role.
Stepping into my role, actually, it was so challenging because I didn't have such a clique at the time because growing up, I grew up as basically a loner, and I had only few friends. So for me, it was a challenge. I didn't know what was happening, and Mantri used to help me so much in terms of okay, you need to do this. She should advise me on the spot and be like, do this and do that, and she brought it out of me. So I really enjoyed it because the challenge was actually making me being stimulated. It's okay, manje okay ngenza sona, manje ngenza sona, and the challenge bengiyithanda because ngiyazi ukuthi okay, mani nayo lento le, nayo lento le, ngabe get crash anyway ngene bagame.
But get crash and not feel bad about it.
No.
So how do you believe this docuseries will strengthen sisterhood and female friendships in general?
I believe it will strengthen sisterhood and female friendships in general, based on highlighting relatability, highlighting connectivity. Yes, you go.
Yeah, you win.
Behind the picture, the perfect pictures, go. And I think a lot of women are going to feel seen with these challenges that are presented. Abanye have financial challenges, Abanye have relationship challenges, and sometimes, I think it highlights the good thing. Other people have all the money. Other girls have all the dream jobs, but they don't have the connective, the relationship ecosystem at the back is not strong, or they have relationships, but they don't have the money.
No money.
So there's a challenge between their relationship bank and their financial bank and trying to balance those two, and I think people in jail
that you can't have it all, man.
No, you can't. So I think, most importantly, it highlights that, guys, we must have a balance. We must really try and have a balance with all those things. And when it's time to go on these trips, when it happens, go. Really, and be there. Because when that few days is done, you go back to your life.
But of course.
So live in the moment. Really live in the moment. Yeah.
So how do you, how do you see this strengthening your understanding of sisterhood? So maybe just share your memorable experiences while shooting this and how it sort of strengthened your understanding of what sisterhood is and how we should all approach sisterhood. And I want both of you to respond to that.
Mina, I see sisterhood as empowerment. Like we have problems and we don't, like for us women, we don't speak about these things most of the time because we have trust issues. We say Hlambelo is going to be jealous, Hlambelo is going to be like this, or ganjani. But when we were together while shooting this, I felt like being a union.
Okay.
We all go through things in life, but as long as we supportana, we can go further and we can go a long way together instead of uhamba uyuwan. Yabo.
Yes,
so for me, I felt the support with okay, man, guys, so we can do this together and strive for more. Sa empowerana, sa jabula, we are women. It was so nice.
I'm actually glad that Ipumenge Women's Month. I mean, the lack of support, as you've just rightly mentioned, hey, it's a problem with so many women.
Yeah.
And supportani man.
Yeah.
There's always this pull head down syndrome.
And I think a pull-head down syndrome comes from not understanding who you are in different spaces. I think if we as women stepped in different spaces and we understood what our impact and what our purpose is within that space, we'd be more positive, we'd be more nurturing to one another, we'd be more understanding, we wouldn't be jealous, we want to pull each other down. I just step in, make a difference in that moment and step out. I think we hype what making a difference is. We make it so big, but it's actually, the impact is so, it's small.
It starts with the little things.
It starts with the little things, So with this experience, it made me realize, Guti, I do not need to know you on a very deep level for me to be a sister in the moment. I don't have any prior relationship with Stephanie, with Z, with the ladies, the great cast that we have.
Sure.
I met them on the set, but the togetherness we had, the sisterhood we had, we just decided we're going to be good to each other because we're in this together. Yeah. And that came out on screen. Yeah.
And how did you ensure that this series actually tackles the very, important issues, the very pertinent issues, but, through a spirit of humor? Because how did you manage to strike that balance?
I think what kind of helped is moments to melt into the campaign. They kind of knew the kind of women they want to highlight, but they didn't know how, right? Okay. And the how element of it is striking a balance between making it look good and still being committed to the relatability. Sure. Every woman needs to see themselves in a Nelisiwe. Every woman needs to see themselves in a Bridget who feels like, I don't fit in, but I really want to be here. Will they accept me? Every woman needs to feel seen. They might not maybe relate to everything the character is, but there's something that the character has to do that makes them feel like, aha, I know that.
I see myself in this woman.
Yes, and because I know that, I'm going to keep watching in this moment, in this experience. A part of me is here.
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. So where can we see this?
OM Films page, OM Films YouTube channel.
Okay.
On our pages as well. Hashtag moments to melt into.
Yeah, we share it too. We share it every day.
Oh, okay. Great stuff. Great stuff. All the best, ladies.
Thank you
Keep
so
entertaining
much.
us, man.
Thank you so much. Please, everybody must watch. Please, if you're in doubt and you don't know where to find it, just say hashtag moments to melt into. You'll get all the trails on where to find it. It's readily available. We have 5 episodes out. We're going to our 6th. I'm so sad that we're going to our 6th.
Is it the final one?
Yes. The 6th is the final one. But so far, we've got the 5 out.
Okay.
And people have the opportunity to still go and view them and interact and just, talk about being woman and having sisterhood and find out more about the whole hashtag campaign.
I love the fact that, it's such a safe space for women, just to be themselves and to just let loose.
Yes.
Discussing issues that affect them.
Yes, definitely.
I love it. All right, thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Cool stuff. Well, that was Bridget Mahlangu and Nelisiwe Mwase, who are part of the Girls Trip Moments to Melt Into, a web series that's championing sisterhood this Women's Month.